is Wednesday. It is New Comic Book Day, and that means there's some books to talk about. And once again, it's a big thickin'. So good, so good. Yeah, a lot of books to talk about this week. So let's just get right down to it. Start with Marvel, huh? King in Black stuff. Thunderbolts. My favorite thing coming out of King in Black right now. Just saying. You know, maybe it's because it's been itching for that Matthew Rosenberg. I don't know. Maybe it's because Juan Ferreira's art is absolutely incredible. Probably has something to do with it too. But Thunderbolts. This is my tie-in series. What is this? What the fuck? How does this... A lot going on here on this Fantastic Four cover. I couldn't really tell. Fantastic Four, number 29. Yeah, this is also tying into King in Black. So Nick Fury is gonna assemble a team. It's a first. Pal Pack on its third issue had to. I mean, it's on the pull list. Why? I don't know yet. But I haven't got around to reading it. I don't know if it's good yet. Haven't heard anything about it, but maybe it means something. I don't know. Maybe it's strictly out of speculation. More King in Black. Daredevil number 27. So yeah, the tie-in continues. Last issue was also a King in Black tie-in, and we followed Elektra and we followed Matt Murdock. Matt Murdock in jail. Elektra on the streets, and not looking good. The story's great though. Excalibur number 18, because you know I collect all of the Dawn of X books. It's what you do. Am I reading Excalibur? Not so much a priority, but it is what it is. X-Force, number 17. This is a Dawn of X title that I am reading. X-Force, possibly the best Dawn of X title. Wolverine's pretty good too, but same writer, and Wolverine is in the X-Force, so I don't know. Is that what's going on here? Is Wolverine the best part of the X-Men right now? Has he always been? Amazing Spider-Man number 59. Still don't really have any interest in reading it, but Mr. Negative is a thing. He's back. For some reason this book is listed on the Key Collector. I don't know. Is this a new Mr. Negative? Whoever this Ron guy is? I don't know. We'll see. Darth Vader, number 10, also possibly listed as a key, only because this is the first time they're bringing... Oh shit, it's not Mustafar. What is the planet? Let's see if it'll say here. Exegol, right there on the first page. It's the first time they're bringing Exegol in the comics, so potential here. Is it doing anything now on eBay? Not yet. See, but the hope that we have is it's a low print run. You know, once people start going, the whole supply and demand thing, because we all know how that works. I don't need to explain that, but we'll see. I think eyes are on this series now, to be honest. I do. Ever since issue number 6, I think eyes are on the series. Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood. Number 3 now. Number 3. It is a combination of 3 different mini-series in black and white with a little bit of red, involving Wolverine, and they have been brutal thus far. So, if you've been fiending for some old-school type Wolverine, this is $5 worth spending, I'm telling you. Another King in Black tie-in, we got Sword, number 3. So, one thing, I'm not really reading Sword, but I have a feeling that maybe I should be now that, WandaVision. So yeah, that's just the Marvel books. Not a lot of Marvel, to be honest, when you compare it to the other stuff that came in this week. Let's talk indies. Indie books. Turtles, number 114. And there's a meeting between Jenica and the asshole that made her a turtle. So that's the first time the other confrontations happened since that whole incident. So key in some way, potentially, but it's got Taka and Razor on the cover, so gotta love that. This series is so good. It's so good. Sophie Campbell's back. from Scout Comics, Children of the Grave, number 2. Number 2. This book's kind of beat up. Thanks, Diamond. Hey, you want to know how to get Scout books not beat up? Go directly to Scout. And it gets better. They don't up the prices of their books. It's cover price. Go to Scout, get this cover price, and then use code CHEERS10 at checkout and save 10%. So, yeah, do that. I got a second print of a super hot series. For whatever reason, the first print never showed up on my pull list, and because of the super low print run on it and then the ultra high demand, we weren't able to reorder it, and sucks. But thankfully, the second print is here. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, number 1. A vampire story that actually seems really, really super interesting to me. Yeah. No, I'm all about this, man. I'm glad to have at least the second print. It's a slick cover, too. They didn't change anything up. It's the same cover, it looks like. Oh, yeah, Bliss. Bliss number 5 from Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis has been on the podcast. Check this series out. For sure. It's got a lot of potential. Commanders in Crisis. Number 5. 5 of this 12-part maxi series. Steve Orlando. So yeah, check that out, man. The Scumbag, number 4. The Scumbag, number 4 by Rick Remender. This series, I think it's finally starting to gain some traction in the reading community. People that have read it have said it's fantastic, and I'd have to agree with them because I said it myself. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 4. I don't think that's how the song goes. Apparently, we might have a reveal of the Green Ranger. I don't know. Apparently, Billy knew the whole time. Heavy, number 5. Yep, 5. This would be number 5. This is my favorite thing coming out of Vault right now. If you're familiar with R.I.P.D., it's kind of in that vein. Just a lot more rated R, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. And it still has its own twist. It's not exactly the same. If anything, it's more broad. So much more possibility and heavy. Homesick Pilots, number 3. Once again, another series that a lot of readers are really starting to talk about, and that makes me happy. I like that. It's an Image title, so you never know. Once Image titles start getting the old look at me. I Walk with Monsters, another Vault title. This one, I don't know if this is an ongoing or not. I signed up for the first 3. I checked out the first issue. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything that I find to be a priority in an already super dense pull list. But with that being said, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to catch up on the third issue before the 4th issue is due on FOCs and see if I can continue on from there. Undiscovered Country, already on number 12. Yep, this is an ongoing series from Image that it's probably, I would say, I would bet money that it's going to get an AMC series. I think this is the next Walking Dead, if you will. I just have a feeling. Yeah, I know that, yes, the first issue of this was way more printed than Walking Dead number 1. I get that, but I'm talking as far as, I don't know, just a whole 15-year later standard, that's all. That's what I mean. Yeah. Yep. Gotta love this, man. This, David Pepos. That's all I'm going to say. David Pepos. Scout's Honor. If this isn't on your pull list, I'm not going to say what's right or wrong in collecting comics, but there is one thing for sure. Not having this on your pull list is the wrong thing. It's the wrong way. You're missing out. David Pepos is an absolute just... what's the word? How do people describe Keanu Reeves? He's a treasure. David Pepos is the Keanu Reeves of comic book writing. There you go. Scouts honor. But Keanu Reeves writes a comic too. Does he? King Tank Girl. Sorry, I got wrapped up in my own shade there. King Tank Girl number 3 now. For whatever reason, number 1 showed up on the poll list, but number 2 has been it's been there. So yes, naturally I'm behind. I gotta read number 1. Oh well. What are you gonna do? The Recount. I don't know what that accent was. The Recount, number 1, second print. The Recount, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. You're going to want to get on it. You probably can't find the first print now, because sold out. That's what the second print means. First one sold out. Badass cover, too, by the way. Read it. I'm telling you. It's just once again, Jonathan Hedrick has been on the podcast. So, do it. Origins from Boom Studios. Number 4. I read the first one and I thought, this is fine. I'm going to just read all 6 together. Everybody's seeming to love this series so far, and Boom seems to do no wrong in the eyes of the readers right now. So, there you go. There you go. Origins. Big, thick. What are we? Still digging through the indies. There we go. Do I read indies? I might. I might have read a couple. Whew. And yes, no, I do actually read these. Check out the podcast, you'd know that. Because that's what I'm getting ready to do after I'm done with this. I'm going to record a whole podcast on last week's books. Cheers to comics. DC books. Green Lantern number 11. Green Lantern season 2. Number 11 to be more exact. So there you go. Hey, I have some happy news to report. If you guys have been following this show for the last, 3 to 5 weeks, I've had a little bit of gripe with my DC books ever since Lunar took over all mass distribution, not having it divided out with Midtown. Suddenly, some screw-ups happened, and my comic book shop, which just so happens to be the largest comic book shop in the world, didn't get their DC books for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And we're talking like Teen Titans. We're talking Robin Eternal. We're talking some really, really good, important books. The ones that I was most looking forward to, as a matter of fact. And then they all got reshipped back. Except for the most important books. Like 5 titles. Including, like American Vampire and a couple other, just, like I said, 3 weeks. Entire weeks worth of DC books. Didn't show up. Well, then a bunch of other ones I just said, we're kind of short on all these too, so sorry, just take what you get, I guess. Well, my shop was like, hey, DC Comics, this is what Loner just did. And then surprise, I got a Teen Titans Future State. I got a Robin Eternal number 1. I got all types of good stuff that showed up in my DC box this week. A little bit more than I planned on spending, but worth it. I don't have to go to eBay anymore, even though I had already started going to eBay to pick up books before they blew the hell up, because I had a feeling that with Teen Titans 12 coming out, Teen Titans 12, Teen Titans 2 coming out this week, it may reveal some stuff that may make Teen Titans 1 go up. I don't know. Some stuff does get revealed. I don't know what it's doing on the market, though, to number 1 yet. We'll see. But the fact is, I'm okay with DC again. We're cool. And it's not DC's fault. It's Lunar's fault. So, yeah. American Vampire. American Vampire number 5. A series that I'm not necessarily reading, but I enjoy having it all. It's perfectly fine having it all, right? Rorschach. Number 5 from the old Tom King, and look at this variant. Come on. Sweet Tooth, The Return. Number 4 of a little 6-parter. I still got to go through and read the original Sweet Tooth, but I have it in the meantime. Legion of Superheroes number 12. That's out this week. I've been up and down. I read the first issue and I was like, I don't want anything to do with this series, but then I started, seeing in the future that there's going to be some speculative issues, some potential coming out of this. I was like, all right, I'll add these to the poll list, and then there's a few weeks in a row where it kind of got super hot, so I was like, I'll just add it to the poll list, whatever. whatever. Yeah. So I just get them all now. If there's something that I don't want, turn it around and flip it. Even if I sell it at cover price, because I pre-order my books, I get them at a discount, and I still make 20 to 40% off of it. So yeah. For whatever reason, I picked up 2 of these. I don't know if it was a mistake, because I had 2 of the first one come in. So maybe it was just the one that I meant to get 2 of, and didn't add that to my pull list, right? I don't know. The fact is, I don't know if there's anything to speculate on this issue. Usually I don't get more than 1 of anything unless there's something to speculate on. This one right here. Robin Eternal. One that I'm very, very excited about. Very, very excited about. But this. I think this is the only future state variant that I've added to my list. And how about Daniel Warren Johnson? How about this? Look. Kick. What? Come on. Daniel Warren Johnson is, in fact, a master. More future state, naturally. How about that Teen Titans #1 second print? This was my only hope for a minute. It's here. It's the only second print that I picked up. Only because, I mean, look at that cover. It's pretty rad. And then the second issue. There's something... Yep, they got to reveal who it is. We don't know. They still don't know who it is. But a mask comes off, so... But he's in the shadows. So, I don't know. It's exciting stuff, though. I have to go through and read that first one now. Especially since now I got 2. And Dark Detective. Dark Detective #3. This is one, now that #1 and #2 have shown up, I can go through and, bam, I'm going to do a little binge on this, because I haven't really been reading a whole lot of Future State. Honestly, just next Batman. I still got to read Suicide Squad. I got to catch up on that. All the stuff came late, but it's time. It's time for DC, big week, but that's not all. There is a little bit more. Maybe the only... I picked these up out of speculation. I don't know. I have a feeling the market's going to be absolutely flooded with them. But it is the Star Wars Insider issue number 200, Peach Momoko. When I pre-ordered these, I was under the impression that these were going to be the first appearances of Grogu and Mando. Or, I don't know, the previews to their first... their first ongoing. I didn't see anything, so yeah, it is what it is. I could probably get my $10 back for one of them. I still have my one, because I mean, it's cool. It's Peach Momoko, so that'll probably get its money back. Yeah. There we go. It's been a big pull list, but what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna listen to me talk about these books next week, in the middle of the week, on the Truth to Comics podcast. So you subscribe to the podcast anywhere you can. Listen to a podcast, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Podchaser, all that good stuff. I also do creator interviews. I talk to the people that make these books, and I tell you what not to miss out on in the future. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next Wednesday. Support your local comic book stores. Read responsibly. Cheers, fuckers.